...2023 general elections. Kwankwaso says some contenders running from debates because they have nothing to say. Wow. And this is exactly what other Nigerians have been saying, and who are actually the people running from this presidential debate. That basically the candidate of PDP and APC. All right. So Kwankwaso is saying they are running from debate because they really don't have anything to say. Let's see what he has to expatiate his claim. Rabiu Kwankwaso, the presidential candidate for the NNPP, has stated that he is ready to debate all candidates, adding that some are avoiding debates because they have nothing to say. Kwankwaso disclosed this on Sunday in a meeting with the Nigerian Guild of Editors. He added that reports of him collapsing his structure for other candidates are not true. Kwankwaso noted that he is for a debate with all the candidates to come and put their cards on the table, he said. Of course, some of them are running away from debate because they have absolutely nothing to say. He added that the PDP was lucky to kick out its members, including himself, Peter Obi, and even Wike. They are kicking out everybody. They still see it as 1999, not knowing that young men born today are now in charge of the polling booths he warned. Kwankwaso noted that nobody at this stage is dropping out of the race for any contender. Before the closure of submitting names for the parties, politicians said that there was a need at the time for measures and submitted the names of president and vice president. And now we have submitted our names to leave to another party. Something is wrong. We have answered this question over time. To go to the point, NNPP is all out to win the 2023 election. For the record, recall Nairametrics reported earlier this month that Peter Obi, the presidential candidate for the Labour Party, said he will no longer attend debate if candidates of the other parties are not involved. This came after Atiku Abubakar and Bola Ahmed Tinubu were noticeably absent at the just concluded Arise TV presidential town hall debate. Kwankwaso is saying that other candidates are running because they really don't have anything to offer. Wow. So this is what he's saying. We already know that both the PDP and the APC presidential candidates have nothing to say. There are pertinent questions they actually don't want to answer. And one of them, like for the APC candidate, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it borders around his records, borders around his birth, borders around his education, borders around his origin, borders around his health, borders around all the criminal cases that are hung on his neck, and borders around the sources of his wealth. And these are pertinent questions that Nigerians need answers for. But obviously, he doesn't want to entertain any of those questions. And so the best thing is to say he's not attending any presidential debate anymore. Rather, he will attend town hall meetings and rallies where obviously there won't be questions. It's just to dance, and shout. And then at the end of the day, all the loyalists will keep mum and then they will walk away. Those are the kind of occasions that they want to attend. Or otherwise, they will send either their vice presidential candidates or other delegates to go and represent them in such gatherings. And that is not actually what debates are for. All right. The presidential candidates will have their own debate programmed, while the vice presidential candidates will also have their own debates programmed. All right. So, but unfortunately, the persons of APC candidate and the PDP candidate actually don't want to attend such gatherings. Now, recently, it's also obvious that the APC candidate is having some kind of brain failure. He kind of some symptoms of dementia. He tries to forget himself. Sometimes he attempts to forget even the name of his political party. Sometimes he attempts to forget following the script that has been given to him, that have been guiding him and giving him script so that he does not miss yarn. But even at that, he still the miss yarn. For several occasions, you see the Messian. Anywhere you go now, it's the Messian. I think sometime last week, a publication came out that they don't want to put him into some of those stressful programs because of his age, because of his health, and because of some kind of injection he takes that sustains him for only 6 hours. And then after 6 hours, he begin to break down, and they don't want that to happen. He cannot stand for a long time talking, all right, or face some kind of mental stress, because it's something that played out when in 2015 and 2019, when they were conducting presidential debate. The President Muhammadu Buhari could not answer questions. It was Shibanjo that was helping him to answer questions. The same card is playing out again with Tinubu this time around, and Nigerians are falling in for it. Quite unfortunate, really quite unfortunate. On social media now, you can see a lot of compilations of his blunders now turned to musical audios and videos showing how he commits blunders, even in rallies, even in trying to even present the speech that has been written for him to present. He's also simply making huge mistakes in those areas. Secondly, for Atiku Abubakar, of course, there's huge crisis in PDP now, which he can't resolve, and he doesn't know how to resolve it, simply because of lack of equity, lack of justice, and lack of fairness in PDP. They already agreed that presidency should come to the South for PDP this year, but they went and played a Northern agenda card, and then they threw Wike out, and now the thing is backfiring, and they don't know how to progress. Coupled with the fact that there are a series of allegations that are put on his neck over privatization and the way he ran his government with Obasanjo at the time of Obasanjo. Obasanjo accused him of so many things and even put into writing in his book, My Watch. And he has not been able to come and debunk those things that Obasanjo wrote down. Right? So he has a lot of allegation cases, coupled with the fact that his health is also somehow, he has not come up purely to tell us about his health. And then he doesn't live in Nigeria. He lives in Dubai. So how are we going to have this kind of president that don't stay in Nigeria, don't have medical care in Nigeria, and don't do anything in Nigeria? Coupled with the fact that they're busy looting our money and sending them abroad to go and keep for themselves and their unborn grandchildren. We can't continue like this. So this is the reason that these people actually don't want to attend any of the interviews. And that is what Kwankwaso is saying here, that they don't want to attend presidential debate or press conferences where they will ask them questions because they really don't have anything to say. And I agree with that. For himself, Kwankwaso, he is saying that the rumors about him collapsing his structure and his party for another candidate, obviously for Atiku, he's saying no is no. He's going all the way into the election, and he is very, very hopeful that he will win that election come 2023. He said PDP succeeded in kicking all of them out. Himself, Kwankwaso, Peter Obi, and even Wike. And now they forgot that younger bloods are the people running the show now. Now it's affecting PDP. They don't know how to move on. Iyorchia, Ayu, and Atiku are now confused. I don't even know who is supporting them there. Their movement there is as slow as that of snail, laden with 4 forms of crisis. Yesterday, Sunday, the aggrieved G5 governors, they met in Lagos, and they now call themselves Integrity Group, and they are still insisting that Ayu must resign. But my question is, even if Ayu resign, does it mean that all of the SASA governors will now go behind Atiku after they have agreed that PDP should zone presidency to the South? That is a big question to answer. Wike and his group need to answer that question. If Ayu resigns today, are they going to throw their weight behind Atiku, violating that agreement that presidency should come to the South? I don't think that will work. So it means that the crisis in PDP is far from being resolved. All right. So this is the situation we have now, and Kwankwaso has said he will not collapse the structure for Atiku or for any other candidate. He's going all the way into that election, and it's also, prior to the election, he's challenging all other presidential candidates to debate, that they will all go there and rough it out. That is his own position. All right. Other people are running because they really don't have anything to say. They don't have anything to answer. They don't have anything to offer, and that is why they are running away. That is Kwankwaso's position. Let me have a comment, and thank you for listening.